So this is, or was, the distiller. Under here is the crucible, where I have about 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of oil. We're gonna get that from under there so we can get that oil out. There we are. So here it is. About, what is that? 1.5 gallons, or about 3,000 to 4,000 liters of this plastic crude oil. Now, why is it so dark? There's quite a bit of carbon deposits in it because we did run this in the distiller, and as well as there's a mix of so many different plastic oils from so many different runs. So I got a pipette here. Let's see. Nope, that stuff is just dark. It's like motor oil, but obviously you can tell it's not motor oil because of the viscosity. It has a very, it has a decent viscosity. I'd say kind of similar to, like, I don't even know what to compare that to. It's almost like syrup. Yeah. I also wanted to show you guys this right here. This, I believe, is not gasoline. I got this from another run of distillation, and I don't believe this is gasoline because, let me show you why. Alright, so we have some of this. Let's get some out. See, yeah, it has a really nice golden color to it. You pour it in this dish. Look, it doesn't light to a flame. So it's kind of like jet fuel or diesel. Because look, like I'm holding that flame, it's not lighting. So this is not gasoline. So I'm just cleaning all this stuff after the last run. And something very interesting is this oil that's left in here. So let me actually kind of show you. It's very dark. Like this oil that's been left in here, that didn't distill over because I had to stop it prematurely. This definitely is heavier fractions. It reminds me of like almost crude oil pretty much. I mean, look at this stuff. When I pour it out, I'll just pour some onto my glove here. Just look at that. Very, very dark, it's more viscous. It's more viscous for sure. And most importantly, just a really dark color. You know, when we put the oil in there, it was not that dark. So the heavier boiling things, I guess, have some carbon remains in them or something. I think I know what this is. Look at this. Those lava stones I put in there melted into glass. What the hell? What? Wait, did we make obsidian? Because that's glass pretty much right there. And remember, the only thing we put in there were those lava stones to act as nucleation points to prevent bumping. Boiling stones, pretty much. And there's no more lava stones in here. There's all just these solid products. I think we make glass. This time, instead of using grease to seal the joints, I'm just going to seal the joints with this oil. So that way there won't be any potential contamination. So I'm literally just going to dip the end in this oil and then put it on there. So, am I heating it up too fast? Or did I fill up the column too much for it to be boiling up the column like it is, you see? I don't know. You guys tell me. Either way, of course, this is undesirable. We also are getting some condensate forming, relatively slow drip rate, and that's why I'm thinking this over here boiling is really more a matter of I just filled it up too much instead of me heating it up too much, because it looks like everything else is stable. So the bubbling in the column has stopped. We're at over 100 C right now. Getting some good condensate out. So yeah, just as I predicted, I reckon there was just too much oil in the column and not that I was heating too quick. The good thing is it cleaned the column really good. When that stuff was just boiling in there, it really cleaned it. So we might have to do that more often. Oh yeah, we got some good oil there. Around 125 C. Almost 7-8 hours in. We're now getting diesel. I switched out the flask. You're probably asking me, how do I know it's diesel? It would not burn under a flame. I'll show you guys that later. But I actually retrieved quite a bit of it The flask was almost completely full. I got this much plastic diesel or kerosene. It could be either one. More likely diesel. I got a good jar full of stuff. Thought it was gasoline. I went to go light some. It didn't light. It only lit when I held a blowtorch to it for like 5 seconds, which is crazy. So I've increased the primary flask to a 2,000 ml flask, and that will allow us to do a lot more at once. I have almost 1,000 ml in there right now. It's a little bit foggy, so you can't see, but we got it started. You know, with the higher amounts we can do at once, that's more efficiency. So right now this is 250 ml flask over here. So as you can see, this oil is really kind of murky, yellowy, kind of looks like bad quality diesel. So I wanted to do a little burn test on it to see how this would work. I believe this is more of the kerosene fraction because of the temperatures around 120, 160 C. So as you can see, it does not light to a flame. No matter how long I'd hold it there, it wasn't getting hot enough. So I actually whipped out my blowtorch to see if it will light to that, and it did end up lighting to the blowtorch actually quite easily. So definitely has a higher flash point than gasoline for sure. Then at around 220 C, 428 Fahrenheit, we started to get some diesel. As you see, this is the diesel we got. It is frosted this morning, and yet it's still liquid, so this could be used as winter diesel because it did not solidify even under 32 degrees. Will not light to a flame. Roll torch. There we go. So clearly, it has a very high flash point in comparison to gasoline.